She didn't flinch when the young recruit scoffed. "Nice face," he muttered under his breath, loud enough for the group to hear, but not loud enough to face consequences, he thought. She stood in line, silent, still, her back as straight as the medals once pinned to her chest. Her face bore deep, pale scars that ran across her left cheek and curled beneath her ear like forgotten rivers. Her hands, gloved, trembled just slightly, but not from shame. Everyone noticed. No one said a word. Private Harris, just weeks out of boot camp, chuckled again, nudging the recruit next to him. "She looks like someone who lost a fight with a blender." There was a pause in the hallway, a subtle shift in the air, as if the walls themselves were holding their breath. Across the corridor, the general approached. Boots heavy, gaze sharp. "Fall in," he barked. The recruit snapped to attention. She didn't move. The general's eyes landed on her and softened. Not a twitch in his expression, but something changed in the way he carried his voice. Next, he turned to the recruits. "Anyone here know what Callsign Ember means?" Silence. Harris blinked. A few shook their heads. No one dared answer. The general's gaze lingered on Harris, then shifted to the woman. "She's the reason any of you have a uniform to wear," he said quietly. 12 years ago, during Operation Sandvale, an enemy convoy breached the North Base perimeter. Communications were down. Reinforcements were 30 minutes out. He took a slow step forward. A young woman, barely older than most of you, ran across open fire to detonate the outer blockade. Alone, she stopped a breach that could have taken out 400 men. He nodded toward her. "That's Callsign Ember." She didn't just survive the blast. She stayed behind to pull 2 others out of the fire. Harris's face drained of color. She was medevaced with second and third-degree burns. Spent a year relearning how to use her hands. And came back, not because anyone asked her to, because she couldn't let others carry what she already had. The silence cracked like a dam breaking. "I mock people like that," Harris whispered, his voice brittle. The general's gaze hardened. "No, Private. You learn from people like that. Or you don't wear this uniform." She hadn't moved. Not once. Not when her scars were mentioned. Not when her story was told. But now, she turned. Just enough to look Harris in the eyes. There was no anger there. No pride. Just a calm, quiet fire that burned hotter than the scars on her skin. "I don't need your apology," she said, voice low. "But one day, you'll hope someone like me is standing between you and the flames." The hallway remained silent. Even the walls seemed ashamed. N01 laughed again that day. She didn't flinch when the young recruit scoffed. "She's the reason any of you have a uniform to wear. One day, you'll hope someone like me is standing between you and the flames." As the unit was dismissed, several recruits paused before walking past her, each offering a respectful nod. Some whispered a quiet, "Ma'am," unable to meet. Her eyes, she never asked for a salute. She didn't need one. Honor wasn't in the medals. It was in the burn beneath them. True strength isn't loud. It doesn't need permission, and it never demands recognition. Sometimes, it walks silently through fire and returns, scarred, steady, and unshakable. If this story moved you, tell us where you're watching from. Let us know, what does true strength look like to you? And for more stories that honor the quiet heroes among us, don't forget to subscribe.